Terry Horan after a Game 1 win at Valley City State. And those Game 1s can always be a little tricky because you're playing a team that had already played a game. You're coming off a spring and a summer where they haven't really played. Just your overall feeling of how well the players responded to that opening competition.
Well, as I've always said, Jim, that our non-conference obviously prepare us for what we want, and that is our MIC and be ready. And we wouldn't want it really any different. That was a huge challenge for us. Obviously, them Valley City having a game under their belt, and losing to they're probably their biggest rival, even though they don't play in the same league anymore. That was a huge undertaking in itself, and then the fact that then they're in a week or two earlier than you are too, but and then playing at their place. But I was proud of our football team. Obviously, we were far from perfect, and there were a lot of mistakes that were made, and you're going to see that when you finally see some live bullets. But there were a lot of positives in that game and things that we really can build off of. And the bottom line is we found a way to win. Last year I know there was several games in the last minute we found ways to lose, so it was really good for our program to be able to come out of there with a win and now move us into week 2.
And then defensively, going back to that game on Thursday night, you had to be real proud of the defense, but also like the senior leadership between
Absolutely.
Noah Jensen and Marshall King. Had 2 huge games and came up with big play after big play.
Well, I think you can look at every phase of our defense, our D-line to our linebacking core to our secondary. They were on the field for quite a bit. Almost close to 40 minutes, and only give up a couple scores. And I know one of the scores that we'd love to have come back because of, just a missed tackle or two, and the kid scampered off 55 yards late in the game. And on that point, we didn't panic either. They went for 2. We stopped the 2-point conversion, and but I'm proud of our D. Yeah, you're right. Noah Jensen had a fabulous day. Ty Mosier obviously too, but you Colin Thompson and your Chase Doctors, and then Marshall King with 2 big picks. Mikhail Korf, his first opportunity playing a lot, had some key moments, and obviously a big pick as well. So the 3 turnovers that we created was outstanding. But I was really proud of our defense, and certainly those 2 picks by Marshall, they put us and set us up for 2 of our offensive scores.
And then you always talk about the 3 facets of the game, defense being one of them. Then also special teams might have got overlooked on Thursday because not only did you block a couple of kicks, especially that right at the end there where they could have the game winner, but what put you guys in that position is you had your extra point and no problem, and where they struggled on their offense, their field goals and extra points. Yeah,
we had some really good push up front. That first PAT block, that was huge for us. All right, they score a touchdown, and bam. That I tell our guys all the time. The true character of a football team is what are you doing after you've been scored upon, okay? And the push that we got from our interior and Colin Thompson. There's a reason why Colin Thompson and Chase Doctor both got our Pat Tillman Players of the Week for our Special Teams Awards, along with Noah Lacey, our new short snapper and long snapper. But outstanding effort there. We had 2 huge blocks. Obviously, the game winner too was big because they beat us on the last second field goal a year ago. I thought our punt pro and our punting by Damian Silas was outstanding. It really flipped the field for us, and he had some really great kickoffs too. And I thought our KOR and the 2 attempts that we had. We got good field position. So I always say special teams is a huge part of the game, but obviously really early in the year it really plays a huge role, and I thought it did on Thursday night, and I felt we won that battle.
Now let's look forward to Saturday, another night game, and your at presentation. You always say that the biggest change in this season is going to be between week 1 and week 2.
Right.
Where are you looking for the biggest change in the football team for Saturday night?
Yeah, there's a few areas. I think offensively we need to be more consistent, right? We need to get into a flow and a rhythm, and we weren't really in a great rhythm on last Thursday night, not until really the 4th quarter where we had a spark and scored in back-to-back opportunities. But that's an area obviously we want to see us improve on. I know defensively too, obviously some missed tackles, things like that we can always work on. We take a lot of pride in our tackling, and we just were short of our goal within our tackling side of things. So I know that's an area. And then, one area too, it was a penalty-filled game, 27 penalties, I believe. So I believe I counted like 7 pre or post-snap penalties that we had. That we've got to clean that piece of it up. You're going to always have a few penalties here and there, and some of them I can live with, but the pre and the post snap, we can't live with those, and we had 7 of them. So that's an area that we need to clean up. And just clean up in all 3 phases, and hopefully we're ready to go.
And now you're looking forward to a presentation team who's coming off a win. They beat Luther from that American Rivers Conference last week. What are they going to present as far as strengths for you guys to have to deal with?
Yeah, well, I think when I look at presentation, I look at a football team that plays extremely hard. They don't give up at all. Even when things were getting out of hand in their opener with Mount Marty. They played extremely hard, and that the score maybe not be as indicative of that game, because I thought Mount Marty had like 4 or 5 huge plays, like incredible catches that you don't even see on Sundays, and that put them into some real good field position and actually had some scores off of it. So, but presentation, even last year, they didn't stop. They just keep coming to the fight, and that's something that we've seen. The head coach, obviously, he's still there, and we've got, obviously with Travis Titus being our offensive coordinator, they all know each other, and I know they've got a couple new D coordinators, but not new to presentation, and so they'll have a different flavor for us, but yet, it's a team that got a big win at Luther after, losing to Mount Marty in the openers, so I know they're feeling good about themselves and 1-1, and again, it's an NAIA program. They're a scholarship program. They came in, a week or so before us and have 2 games under their belt, and we're going into game 2. So it's another chance for us to get better and prepare us for our league, which starts up on the 24th.
Good luck on Saturday.
Yeah,
Hopefully
thanks
we'll
a lot.
talk to you next week with another win.
All right, appreciate it.